Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roysum. I am super excited to continue our series titled Happily Ever After. In this show, we learn how to annihilate air buckles, but with a different knob than we used last week. Additionally, we show that sometimes you just have to rebuild equipment to extend its range for defect-free operation. This is an extension to last week's show, so you should probably see that one first. This week, we are again going to annihilate air buckles. However, this time we are going to start by reducing speed first, for reasons that will become apparent shortly. Then, to go further, we must rebuild the nip roller as well as the nip loading system. This is a quick reminder of the diagnostics and remedies for the air buckle that we did last week. What we are going to work on first this time is speed. Note that all of the tests for air buckles are also its solution list. The test for air entrainment is speed sensitivity. Speed is also a solution, though perhaps not a long-term desirable solution. The problem I worked on here was air buckles. It was one of the worst I've ever seen. The customer was losing almost half of their product and had been for years. Specifically, they didn't lose half of their rolls. They lost the bottom half of 100% of their rolls. Quite surprisingly, the motivation for my visit wasn't just waste. Rather, it was the refusal of the local landfill to take that waste. After studying the web, the wound rolls, and the nip loading system, I told the plant manager to slow down right now. Understandably, he was quite reluctant, but tried it anyway. The great news is that they made as much saleable product at 500 feet a minute as they did at 800 feet per minute, but with much less waste, though there was still a small amount of buckling. Before we continue, let me stress that productivity is only very weakly related to speed and is not always positively correlated. This is illustrated quite clearly with another case I worked on that was totally unrelated to air buckles. Here, the plant manager wanted to speed up a roofing line to meet an increased demand. However, as I noted to him in the exit meeting, you are down half the time due to web breaks and another 20% of the time due to mechanical breakdowns. What do you suppose will happen if you try and speed up such a system? Returning to our air buckle problem, I would have liked to have increased the nip load. However, in this case, it would only made things worse. The reason is that the nip roller was only 4 inches in diameter on a 100-inch wide machine. That roller would bend like a wet noodle. No air is excluded. Rather, the gap in the middle acts like an air scoop, and the pinched ends keep the air from escaping as quickly. Near zero nip is probably the best that this system can do. However, by later upgrading the nip roller to 8 inches in diameter and by beefing up the nip roller loading system, the customer was able to run the full 1,000 feet per minute design speed without any air buckles. Thank you so very much for letting me share stories from the field. Stay tuned for next week when we will show how to extend the range of equipment without a rebuild. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found any of these stories to be interesting or useful, please like and share and subscribe. And remember to check out the show notes for surprises. See you next time.